First place, Snow Marlin. Second, Stormy Russell. Third, Strike Daniels. Fourth, Megan Foster. And fifth, Jason Clare.
In the Class 4 Market Goats, first place went to Allie Bank. Second, Lexi Deeks. Third goes to Morgan Sanchez. Fourth went to Emma Gooseholder. And fifth went to Christopher Nashwander. Now in the ring is the selection of our Grand and Reserve Champion Market Goats. We have Brittany Bird and Brooke Howard out of the first class. Now the second class we have
Get some clippers out and you can find out real fast.
Yeah, we're good. I got it.
Christopher
You got it?
Nashwander.
Okay.
Russell.
Perfect. Thanks.
Down in Class 4 we have
I was
Allie
just
Bank.
looking to see if you'd leave those sand discs laying around.
Yeah, had to go buy 2 new ones this morning. Somebody,
How many gigs is that?
this one's
Now in the market
16.
we'll be selecting our
I didn't buy. They had one.
champion.
This was only 17 bucks. This used to be 300.
Oh, I know.
Class 1
They had
was
one for sale for
first.
$239 or something.
Second,
Radio
Taylor.
Shack, it was 64 or something like that. It was like, yeah, you can do
First,
16
Reese
hours of that.
Sparks.
Like,
you can
Second,
get
Kelsey Gorgeous.
4 or 5 of the others
Third
a lot
class,
cheaper.
Yeah, that's what-
Porter. And take the quarter.
My camera takes 8
Fourth
gigs.
class, Corson
And
Pierce.
it's the micro.
Strike Daniels.
Yeah,
those
Fifth
did.
class,
Yeah.
Ryan Williver.
And I don't know,
And
it takes
Bo
like 900
Romacek.
pictures.
Sixth class,
No,
Shane
really?
Claire and Madison Coster. And seventh class,
that's crazy how much
Marlon and Stormy
things have
Russell.
gone down with technology prices too, but improved quality. It's crazy. I remember we used to pay these for the cameras. We used to pay, you know,
Oh, yeah.
$1,500 or $2,000. They were huge, and now
Yeah.
this is twice the quality and $400 or something. Yeah. Problem is, we usually spend it on the front end in extension, trying to be on the
That's right.
up and up.
We got to have one of those. Yeah. Well, some of you do.
I don't. I don't have time anymore.
Unless we get it with technology money, that's
Yeah.
about every
After
4 or
we
5
select
Right,
the Grand and
right.
Reserve Champion Market Goat, we'll have a 5-minute break, and then we'll get started with
Then we try to share that
senior
with secretaries, because if you don't, they don't have anything.
showmanship. Senior sheep showmanship.
You have to.
5 minutes after the
If
selection
nothing else, it's
of
morale,
Grand
too.
and Reserve
There's
Champion
nothing worse than-
Market Goat.
Your boys all ready to go in there, Jonathan?
I have no idea.
You don't stay away.
It's one of those things where when I'm not around, they do better. Because when I'm there, all of a sudden they're so freaked out about stuff. They're like, "What should I do? What should I do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Do what you think is right." So now I just walk away.
Show on June 22nd
It's a sad commentary, though.
at the Casper College Grace Warner Agriculture Pavilion. Casper FFA alumni also has a lamb and pig show on June 29th. If any of you are interested, please come to the announcer stand. We'll give you all the information. Thank you.
Just to talk a little bit about our champion lineup here in our market goats. Out of Class 1, our lightweights, we've got a very impressive little kid here. It's very smooth up through that front end. It's long enough through that loin. It's level enough out over that dock. A kid that's very young and has a lot of time to develop, but certainly has the right things in the right places. I think it's just a little young actually to compete out here with some of the kids that are a little farther along, but certainly has the potential to be our champion out here today. The kid that follows it is a little bit farther along. When you handle this kid, you like its length over that top, you like its levelness at the top, you just like the thickness through the center of the leg. When you get behind it, it's just not quite as wide as our first place kid. Get to our second class, we've got a very impressive kid. The young lady does an excellent job showing it. When you handle this kid down that top, you really like the width of loin. You'd like to maybe make it just a little bit longer loin. It has adequate thickness down through the center of that leg. It's level enough topped. The young lady, again, does an excellent job showing it. The kid that stands second to that, a kid that's really handles down that top. You just like the thickness through the center of that leg. Again, maybe not quite that levelness of hip as we have in our first place kid, but again, a kid that really handles down that top. We get into our black-headed kid in the next class, a kid that I really like the natural thickness about this kid. It's maybe when you handle it down that top, just a super loin in this kid. She's level enough topped. She's feminine enough for being a doling, but certainly has that thickness to her. And when you handle her through the center of that leg, it's pretty much all natural there. Maybe like a cheat, just to come through that front end, but certainly has the right things in the right places. The kid that follows her, a kid that's a little bit coarser about that makeup, maybe not quite this style of makeup. We have the first place kid in that class, but certainly a kid that handles. You like when you handle it through that loin, it's wide enough. We'd like to maybe again thicken this one up through the center of the leg just a tad bit more, level it out over that top just a bit more. We get into our heavyweights. Again, I just talked about this kid in class, a kid that just has a super top in it. Again, you'd like to maybe give this kid just a tad bit more thickness through the center of that leg, but certainly a nice put together kid. We get into the second place one in that class. Again, this kid really handles good. You just like to lengthen this kid out. It's wide enough through that loin. It's deep enough through that leg, but you just want to lengthen out the whole package. And with that, we're going to go out and select our champion in reserve in our market goat show today. Congratulations to all of you. You've done an excellent job, and I appreciate the opportunity to sort through your market kids today.
Champion goes to Bailey Russell, and your reserve champion goes to Christopher Neischwanger. That concludes our market goat show. We want to thank our judges.